Welcome, everybody. This is another podcast with Ignite Fire. We have our co-host,
Victoria Pond.
and myself, Jacob Alvarado. Thank you for clicking on today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you know when the next video drops.
Do it.
And this is
Ignite Fire.
So guys, thank you for clicking on today's video. This is our spooky edition because we are going to be doing some video reviews on Ren. And it's his official video from later this year, but since we're in the month of October, and
it is officially spooky season. I have a fun Halloween party I'm going to. I'm so stoked. I have a friend. Okay, you all know that I snort when I laugh, right? So some people have told me that my snort sounds like a Windex bottle.
Oh my gosh.
So you bet your butt I'm going to be dressing up as a flippin' Windex bottle. And we have some fun like dramatic effects going on.
It looks good. It looks good.
So we have something super fun planned for today, that whole music review. I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I saw this, and so we're going to go through this whole video. And what's kind of cool is that it is almost like a kind of spooky looking kind of video. And so that's why we got the fog, and we're going to go ahead and get into this video now. Let's do it.
I'm so excited. This will be good.
All right. So first off,
this is already really like
it looks like kind of like Saw. You know, with the pig and the
oh my gosh,
creepiness.
I didn't make that connection. I just so suck at horror movies. I just can't do it. So I wouldn't have made that reference.
Yeah. Now I don't know if anyone knows, but I mean, it looks like he's in a gown, hospital gown.
It looks like he's in an insane asylum.
Yeah. If you guys know, this is our first time watching Ren. We don't really know anything about him other than he's like really popular. But is he really sick? I'm wondering about that. So if you guys know, put it in the comment section.
Yeah. Hi, Ren. He's got some skills.
Yeah.
All the different angles going on.
Mm-hmm. You know that little riff that he was just doing right now almost sounds like, I don't know if you've ever seen Crossroads.
Okay.
Not the one, not the there's a new version.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Yeah, with like Britney Spears or something like that. But there's an old one with the guy from Karate Kid. What's his name? Ralph Macchiato.
Yeah.
And he is in the he is a guitar player. And he's with this guy who
does it sound like that?
Had sold his soul to the devil. And the whole movie's about the older guy who sold his soul trying to get back to Satan to get his soul back. And then there's this scene at the end where he has to play against one of Satan's guitar players to have
for
this
his freedom.
battle. Yeah, for his freedom. It's pretty cool, but it almost sounds like this little riff right here.
Interesting. That could have some legit symbolism there. He sounds like he's yodeling.
Sounds good.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those
Wait, pause. This is so interesting. Okay, so he has these two different personalities, right? So do you think this is DID?
DID.
What is it? It's dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay.
That typically comes from like when you have trauma at a really young age.
Like a split personality?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it could, I mean, which I think that's demonic anyway. So
yeah.
But that's
well, talking about split personality, so
Yeah.
they've been able to do studies, right, with the brain and show like these different chemical imbalances, and they show the shifts of what happens to somebody.
for sure.
But I truly believe that what they're really seeing is the physical effect of what the demon is doing to the person and the compartments that happen. And because it happens with trauma, whatever the trauma was opened the door for the demonic to come in. And they say it's a protective mechanism that
Right.
the
They say
body
it's
will
for
do.
coping.
But I really think is the trauma opened the door for the enemy, the Satan demonic spirit to come in, and then it starts affecting the body physically. And then all of a sudden now under evaluation, you can see the physical effects of what the demon is doing to the person when it shifts.
It's like Smeagol.
That's just my yes.
It's like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings.
My precious. My precious.
That poor little frail dude. He's like, oh, he looks like a demon, that kid. Oh my gosh. Okay.
So that's it's interesting too, right off the bat, where it shows the different angles, and then it seems like when he's speaking in this position, the lights are flickering, and it's like he's the demonic speaking to him, his other personality. But then,
did you catch when he said, "I'm the shepherd, you're the sheep," too? Did you catch that? I was like, oh my gosh, because he's the wrong shepherd again. Makes me livid. Okay.
The guide, you've been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Dumb boy. Nah, mate.
Wow.
This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kind of doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Because when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left over dinner.
that reminds me of something that we used to say in recovery. Not everyone knew this, but it was there's two people, right? I want to kill myself. There's two people speaking. There's I and self. And so, a person is broken down into people will say me, myself, and I.
Right.
And so that's the
snap.
trinity of self
Let's go there.
worship. And it takes three entities, me, myself, and I.
Whoa. Well, because that's what they say in the church too. Like when you're talking about your soul, it's your mind, will, and emotions. It's like that trinity of your being, of who you are, because we're made in the likeness of God. We're made in the image of God. So of course there's a trinity to who we are.
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. And the fact that, oh my gosh, I just have to say this too. Like my heart hurts because he's like literally sitting here being like, look, I have a future without you. I have a future without you. Like I can do things with my music. Like I'll probably be remembered for the cool things that I do without you. Without you. And he's just like, no, you can't get rid of me.
Yeah, it's that voice of doubt that comes in, and it convinces us.
It's hopelessness.
Gross. Scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving. Delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics, or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me, that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with his subconscious. Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. I don't need you, I don't need to hear this, cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, you God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. I'ma kill you, Ren. Kill me, then let's have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to down my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
It's the devil.
Oh my gosh. Okay, he's just exposing himself like, hey, I'm your demon. Like, cool,
Yes.
nice to meet you.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That is wild.
Did you just see the smoke thing? That is so funny. The dramatic effect. I love it. Wow.
That's wild.
Dude, that was wow. I'm processing that. That was like, and just and going backwards too, just the fact that he was like creating such a mockery of him and his creativity and the things that he, had a hope for, he was just creating such a mockery. Like, who are you with your music? Like, other people have done this before. Like, you don't need to do your thing. Like, but the demon knows, the enemy knows that he's going to do something so gnarly with his music, that's going to change so many people's lives, that he's so terrified of this dude that he's trying to torment him and trying to discourage him from even touching his guitar again.
See, I haven't seen the movie Nefarious, but it's kind of like how you were talking about how the demon hates mankind so much because we were creating God's image.
Exactly.
And it's like, I mean, obviously demons and demonic spirits don't want to help us, they want to destroy us. So anything that we're doing that is creative, which I believe God is creative, that there's this inner turmoil of the demon coming against the part of us that's creative, that's in the image of God, you know?
Exactly. It's that manipulation, that hatred that the demonic has for the children of God. That's like, it just tries to destroy every good thing that the Lord has ordained for us.
And he just revealed who he was.
Yeah. That was like, shoot. Just like we talked about one of our other videos too. Like, the enemy's not trying to hide no more.
No.
Shoot.
No.
That was intense.
Should we go back a little bit on that?
I would love to.
Okay, let's go back.
Dude, that was crazy.
That was intense.
Music, cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation.
He is a created being. For those who don't know, Satan is a created being.
Exactly. He is not equal with God. He's below.
No.
I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender.
Avenger of the righteous.
No one standing in front of my solar eclipse. My name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal.
That is there is some truth there. Satan doesn't bow to the will of an immortal. That's why Jesus had to come, give us back our authority. So now it's not our authority that Satan bows in.
It's Jesus.
It's Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division.
I live in every decision.
Oh my
causes
gosh.
chaos and division. The system.
There's connections. There's connections, ladies and gentlemen.
Man.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, this is good.
Live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
I like, it's interesting how he is not being able to make a clear distinction between who the person is and who Satan is in him. And it's like there's this cross identity. I think that's one of the greatest tactics of the enemy, is to it to influence our thoughts and then to make us think that they are ours.
Ooh,
And that's another
that's
tactic.
good. And you know what? That reminded me too of like how so many times in movies, like the bad guy will always talk to the protagonist and is like, you know, we're not that different. We're not that different. They blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, yo, dude, yeah, we actually really are.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what that reminded me of. It is that cross identity, and it's the enemy trying to convince us that we are just like him because we're lower than God, like he is.
Yeah.
Right. But
no, we're better.
he loves us more. It's so ominous.
He's doing a lot of lyrical cool stuff.
It's so neat.
Lyrical cool stuff.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind.
Wow.
Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different sides.
Wow.
Man, the videography on this is...
Yeah, this is really good.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil.
Wow.
And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences. With autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Dang.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think about that ending?
I don't know. I mean, obviously he was coming out with his perspective, but you know, one thing that I've always despised is when people say, I'm just a human. I'm just a human. And half of me is human, you know, my mind and my body, but one half of me is made out of the same stuff that God's made out of. And that's my spirit. And only when one person is born again of the Spirit of God are they really made of the same light that he is.
Mm.
And that part of me is powerful beyond measure.
Mm.
And that's the part of me that I have to get to know and understand because it's a new creation. So I have to constantly renew my mind on my new identity.
Yeah.
And so it's interesting, but especially with sickness and all of that, I believe that healing doesn't come outside of us. It really comes from that spirit that is within us. We're the born again child of God.
Yeah.
The part of Christ that's in us comes out and aligns with our faith and our words and our confession, and then it changes the mind and the body. And so that's, I think, really where healing comes from.
Yeah, that's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like this whole perspective of like it's just an eternal dance that you're in, I would be really, really hopeless if I thought it was just an eternal dance. Like if I didn't have the promise knowing that God was my victory already, that my belief and my faith in Jesus was already my victory, then I would just be stuck forever. Like I would be stuck in that consistent dance of just, trying to toggle between darkness and light and just feeling like it was normal when in reality God has so much more for me. You know what I mean? So I thought his song and the videography and all that stuff was genius. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I loved like at the end too, like when he continued to do like the yodeling part, like I loved that because it was almost like, even though he was saying it was an eternal dance, it felt so much to me like a victory song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It felt like a victory anthem. And it was just like the fact that he rose up and he stood and he was playing his guitar there and he was like confident and he was up in this space. Like it was so hopeful and so beautiful. And the lights, like, they were all flickering during that part. Like there was this continued spiritual warfare that he was going through, like that dance. But at the end, when the lights stopped flickering, they were just purely light. He had that victory in the palm of his hand in his guitar strings. So I just loved that. I thought that was really, really cool. I think
it brought out a lot of emotions for me.
Yeah.
Because I know that, I know I'm a leader, I'm a father, I'm a husband. I got a lot on my shoulders, and there's times where I have these inner dialogues with myself, and I have to remember, like it made me realize too something that I said, that the enemy will come and influence thoughts and then make me think that those are my thoughts. And so when these negative thoughts come in, like I can really get into this morbid reflection of my life, where I'm at, how old I am, what I've accomplished, what I haven't accomplished, the way things look. And I've heard it from lots of people in the professional world as I've been studying like videography and cinematography and movie making stuff. They're like, there's never this utopian feeling of I made it. And it's like, even if you've won a Grammy, it's like, what's next? And you never feel like you thought you would feel when you get the next thing.
For sure.
And so when I get in those moments, these thoughts come in and, oh, you're getting older, you haven't accomplished anything, you're not going to leave anything behind. I got to remember, those are not my thoughts. Like that's the enemy coming in, and that's, he displayed it perfectly in
really
this
did.
video of like those inner dialogues that can come in. It's Satan. It's the devil. It's the devil.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just out to destroy and to discourage and to harm our minds, just to keep us in these cycles. Because here's the thing. The enemy is not omnipresent like God is.
No.
Right? So if he can leave us in a cycle, if he can whisper something for a moment that leaves us in a cycle for years and years and years, he doesn't have to bother us.
No.
He doesn't have to bother us. We're just stuck.
No. And then another cool thing.
Yeah.
So I remember having a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was talking about, how do I know when it's Satan thoughts? It's his thoughts, not mine. And it reminded me of a Bible verse when Jesus was sitting down with his disciples, and he's like, who do you say that I am? Or who do men say that I am? Basically, he first asked him. And everyone was saying all these different things. And then and he's like, well, who do you say that I am? Peter jumps up and he's like, you're the Messiah. You're the Son of God.
Yeah.
And he says, this was revealed to you by my Father. And then moments later, Jesus is talking about going to the cross and dying. And Peter's like, no, I'll never let you do it. And he's like, get behind me, Satan. And so Satan didn't physically enter Peter's body.
For sure.
It was a thought that was contrary to the will and the word of God. So any thought that is contrary or opposes the will of God is from the evil one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
wow, that's so good. Yeah, that was a cool video. I really enjoyed that. Wow, I would love to hear more of his stuff.
Yeah,
That was really
we'll
cool.
have to go down the. Is his name Ren?
I don't know. I thought that was interesting that he referred to the like demonic
As
one
Ren.
as Ren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so we'll be looking at some of his new stuff. I think he came out with a new song.
Okay.
Like 11 days ago. So we'll have to maybe go down the
Ren let us know if y'all are interested in that. I really enjoyed this. I thought this was cool.
And guys, don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Visit our website, check out a little bit more about us, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. This is our supernatural edition. So
I love it.
So if you like that, let us know, and we'll be coming out with new content. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.
All right. We love you guys.